Ciao everybody and welcome to my fun room. This is the Sunday Guitarist. My name is Matt and today we will talk about a dream, a legend, a goal. Something that each of us guitar players has desired at least once in our lives. I'm talking about the iconic and mythological guitar tone from the Pink Floyd classic Comfortably Numb. A tone that is sweet and powerful at the same time, perfectly centered on the needs of the song, and that has certainly contributed to making this song enter into legend, creating in fact what will be one of the pieces of classical music that our descendants will listen to in 100, 200, 300 years from now. Can you imagine Comfortably Numb without its guitar solos? Ask Roger Waters. I'm not talking about David Gilmour's genius in writing that solo, nor his unmistakable Beverly touch. I'm talking about the guitar tone itself, what makes it so intriguing, fascinating, desirable and, let's face it, unattainable. Do we mere mortals have ways to get close to such a beautiful tone in our little home studio or in our fun room? Yeah, I think we do. We'll analyze the sound I used for my YouTube short dedicated to this Pink Floyd classic. You can find the link to this video right here and in the description, of course. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the gear I will use. Let's start from my Fender Stratocaster American Deluxe. This is a 2006 model and first of all she has quite a particular bridge. It's the so-called mini Floyd Rose, which at first sight can be mistaken for any American standard bridge, but in reality it features these Allen screws which allow you to block the strings just like in regular Floyd Roses. In addition, she's equipped with two noiseless single coils and a humbucker in the bridge position, but no worry, we know David Gilmour uses a single coil in the bridge position, so to get closer to that feeling I will use the tap coil function by pushing the tone knob right here. And now it's time to talk about the rig. As we'll see, I will use my trusty Fractal FM3, but almost all the concepts we will see in a moment will be applicable to any digital model, from Helix to Quad Cortex, etc. By the way, if you missed my video about Eddie Van Halen Brown sound, you can find the link right here or below in the description. Everything starts, as always, from the input block. Since I'm expecting quite a bit of noise from this tone, I set the noise gate to intelligent to minimize the buzz. From here we move on to the pitch block, which I won't use for this particular tone, but I wanted to include it anyway since recently, well, to tell the truth, it's more than 30 years now, Uncle Dave added the Digitech whammy pedal to his rig. So let's say it's here, ready to use. Then we have the 4 knobs tube driver that, as we know, David uses to boost the big muff we will meet in a minute. And now I really would like to thank some people for their work and their dedication in explaining the sound chain Gilmour uses. I'm talking about Bjorn of Gimbrish, Carmelo of The Tone Scientist, G66, the amazing Edo Scordo from the Pink Floyd, and many more that I'm forgetting right now. Thank you! Okay, as we were saying, these are the tube driver settings that lead us to boost our big muff. As you know, in the latest update, Fractal has introduced a compilation of big muffs that will leave you speechless. 3 new versions have been added, the triangle big muff, the Russian and the ram's head, while the standard version has been updated too. And all 4 sound crazy. Here's how I set up my ram set. The wicker switch is pure magic. And now it's time for the electric mistress. Okay, many of you might tell me that in reality for the studio version of Comfortably Numb, Uncle Dave used a Yamaha RA200 rotating speaker. But I think that using the mistress is more suitable both to recreate the feel of the live versions, but also for analog guitar players who want to try to get this sound without robbing a bank and breaking their backs. As for the amplifier, I chose a Hi-Watt DR103 Brilliant channel, which represents a sort of blank canvas that we can arrange as we like with the pedals we've just seen. And obviously, the choice of the cabinet could only fall on the very famous 4x12 WEM Starfinder with 4 custom faint speakers. And at this point, here is a trick I stole from the great Ido Scordo and the great Carmelo of the Tone Scientist that allows me to open the stereo spectrum, following exactly what Uncle Dave used to do. Specifically, I use a volume control that I move completely to the left and a Boss CE2 set very lightly that I move completely to the right. From now on, it's all ambience, a dual delay with the 2 repeats mixing into each other and a medium room reverb. But how does this rig sound? Wanna hear it in action? Let's go! So, how was it? Did you like this tone? Not bad, isn't it? Well, I have to say that my goal was not to perfectly clone Uncle Dave's tone, but rather to get a sound that inspired me and took me into that Floyd territory. I can't wait to hear what you think. Please let me know everything in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please consider to put a like, subscribe the channel, and see ya very soon here on the Sunday Guitarist. Ciao, good vibes and LOVE!